So today's topic is fourth module, that is SAP. SAP is a software which we are using into the multinational companies. SAP is systems applications products. It is an enterprise resource planning software and it is developed by the German company in the year of 1972. And it is developed by the IBM engineers, that is by the IBM company. But the who were developed this software, no, the engineers who were developed, no, they started the software name is SAP, and they started their company as a SAP company, and they are incorporated, that is for the mainly for the business functions of the organization. Many of the softwares we are using, like for the documentation purpose, only for the calculation purpose, like related to the inventory purpose, or only for the payroll purpose. Many of the softwares are there, but it is all in one. SAP ERP is a all-in-one software. Here we can go with the accounts related information. Also we can maintain inventory related information, payroll information, scenario management, and the controlling of the cost information, and each and everything we can do with this software. This is the SAP ERP. This is the most latest version is for the this SAP is, that is 6.0, and it is called as a SAP ERP ECC, that is central component. Central component means once if the SAP is installed into the one PC, that is if we are making it as a server, then the client machines who are installing, who are purchasing the softwares, no, those for them it is a component. So it is called the central component. And it is what is ERP? That is enterprise resource planning. Here it is the planning, like once if we started the company or the business, once if they started the company or the business, we before starting or before the investment of the money, we are making the plans, no, even that planning also we can do with this software. ERP is a software, ERP is a, it is added with the SAP. Like we have some more softwares are there, like a Tally ERP is there. Like here, that SAP ERP is, it is a software, it is an integrated software, and it is giving the solution for the corporate companies, for the multinational companies, or the like the large scale industries. That is to how the function has to be run in the organization, how they can develop their company or the organization, and how they can get or they can reach their target or the goal, so that it helps for the company people. So that is ERP. So it is a solution. It is a solution for the company proprietor or the partners or the investors or the organization people who is working under the company or who is working for the company or who owns the company. So it is called the all-in-one software. Then where we are using this SAP software? So it is called as SAP is an enterprise resource planning software, and it is developed in the German company, and here it is used for the large or the medium size enterprise, that is large scale industries, multinational companies, means where the employees are more, where 1,000 together employees are working, and that company is working not only for the one nation, for the one country, even they have the foreign companies are there, those are working as a partners for your company, for your organizations. Means you have the your company is not only for the one area or the one place, it is for the number of locations also, the number of other foreign countries also. Then you can go with this SAP software. So easily, if the SAP software is there in your company, it is easy to handle all the functions with the accounts, with the inventories, with the costing, with the scenario managements, for the planning, budget planning, and even to get the reports or to be sent the reports for the auditing purpose, and even you can go for the vendor relationship, and you can go with the you can extend your business. to your target, to your goal. So that is we are using for the SAP software. So it is used to, that is, if once if this SAP ERP is installed into the systems or in your company, so it is implementing in the various languages. Only you know that some of the like MS softwares are there which we are using not only the English language, even we can go with our regional languages also. In the same way, even for the Tally as a accounting software is there, that is Tally ERP is there. So by there also we can go with the regional languages. In the same way, even the SAP ERP is for the various languages, and it can handle multiple currencies. Even the SAP ERP is a facility it is providing not only for the where you are working, in which country or in which nation you are working, not only your currency. Maybe you are working now we are working in India, so that is our currencies, that is INR, we are using the rupees. But if your company, if our company is collaborated with the foreign companies, then we have to go with the multiple currencies. That is, we may go with the dollar, we may go with the pound, we may go with the, we'll be having the different currencies which are there. It is depend on the company relationship, or the company is extended working with the other countries, then go with the multiple currencies. Then auto bank reconciliation. What is this auto bank reconciliation? We do the transactions, not only the cash. We go with the, even the transactions are there with the bank, like we are depositing the amount into the bank, we are withdrawing the cash from the bank, we are depositing, like we have the some current accounts are there, joint accounts are there, we are transferring the money from the one account to another account, we issue the checks, we are depositing the checks, we are issuing the DDs. Even we go with the some the transferring, we go with the online the payments also. Each and every transactions has to affect for our company, for our transactions. Even we go with the salaries also, that is not only as a, not as a cash. Even some of the companies are issuing the checks, and that check when they'll be crediting to their bank and in their savings accounts, it transfers on which date it is transferred on, then what is the balance of the our company. So these all things, each and everything, that statements we can get as a report, that is called the auto bank reconciliation. And it is giving the support for to work not only in the company, even it is working from the remote locations. That is, if we are an employee of the company where the SAP, they have purchased the SAP, they are working on the SAP software, then from the remote locations also you can work, because it is developed for in the cloud computing. And it gives opportunity to use the same data to address more than one period, like the number of you have processed the data. Mainly SAP is a data processing software. SAP is a data processing software, and it is the ERP software. Data processing means what? The information about the accounts related, inventory related, cost related, planning, budgets, or the like a stock information, everything. But it is processed and it is stored into the, you are one of the server of the one of the server. So the vendors, the client who are using the SAP software, no, for them it is providing the data information from their server machine. So it is giving the opportunity to use the same data, that is for the more than one period, from the more than one duration. Then it is giving the confidence to auditors, because the ready reports are there. Once if you have entered some of the purchase transactions, sales transactions, or the stock information is there, so here we have the easy, this bank reconciliation statement we are getting it, and the stock department information is there, and about the employees information is there. So easy for the auditors to get the information to audit the reports or the accounts of the organizations of the companies. So we are using the SAP ERP software, and it allows to develop your company for the 100% profit. It gives you the growth of your company for the 100%, and to extend your company, not to the one product, like where you are started. You can extend it to the different products also. You can go for the marketing of the different areas also, different locations also. But you can get the each and every the data which is processed by the number of people who are working for your company, or who are the shareholders are there, company holders are there, or the partners are there. Every person is the data what they'll be entering into the software, no, for with the number of clients, that is it will be there into the server machine, so easily we can get the reports. So it is used into the companies. So it is more useful for the multinational companies or the organizations. Then ERP vendors. What is ERP vendors then? ERP vendor is nothing but enterprise resource planning vendors. Means I said you that is a data processing. So in which of the softwares that data process data will be stored, the process data is storing into the database management softwares like Oracle is there, PeopleSoft is there, Orisoft is there. This software is developed, but the data which you are working, we are storing it, no? So that is storing into the relational database management systems, and those databases are creating, and it is querying, modifying, preparing the reports and all. That is by the software like a Oracle. So it is supporting the, for the SAP, ERP vendors are the Oracle, PeopleSoft, Orisoft, and many more are there. So Microsoft Great Plains, that is for the smaller companies, it is like a MS Access we are using it, where we are using the Fox Pro, we are using it, DBase we were using it. Now for the SAP software, we are means that is for the vendors are Oracle, for the to get the relation between our the software with the databases. So SAP, what are the advantages then? What are the advantages of this SAP? It is well integrated SAP, has been implemented for the 9 out of 10 Fortune 500 companies. What is the meaning of this one? Means the many companies are like we have in a Hubli Dharwad, we go for the 100 companies, and in that 100 companies we have the nationalized MNC companies are there like 90. So in that 90 companies, maximum more than 75% of the companies are adopting the SAP softwares, because it is more useful, because it is a more easy going. We can go with the reports also, we can go with the this easier information for the payroll also, costing also, planning also, budgeting also, even for the auditing purpose. So it is an advantage for the adapting or implementing the SAP ERP software, and it gives the growth for the business, and easily we can control the uh, control the information of the one department from the one model to the another model. And here it is avoiding the duplication of the data processing. Easily we can import and export the reports from the one unit to the another unit, from the one department to the another department. And it is efficient work environment for the employees also. So every time no need we go for the same data to be processed. Like once in one unit, if it is entered the information, example in the purchase invoice is there, the information is entered for the that GST number, or they have the TIN number, or the like a PAN number is entered for the our customer. Then when after the purchasing in the payment departments, when we do the payments, then no need of entering the same values or the same data, the TIN number, PAN number, GST number of our customer. So that is easily we can go with the only the bill amount, means the quantities, prices, and the calculation of the amount, the GST amount. So in which what is the HRM code? So this harmonic symbol code that we can enter, but not the repeated data into the same bills. So that is it is efficient work for the environment. Then vendors have the past knowledge and expertise how to best build and implement a system. Now in the purchase department, that information is there. Now the same data when we go with this billing department or the stock department, even it is related. No, in the stock department, we purchase means that the purchased items are transported by our customer to our company or not, and that delivery challenge are there or not, and that information if it is entered into the stock department. That is, easily we can go with the payments also, or we can go with the that delivered items are there or no also, and what are the quotations when we have submitted, and the quotations which we are collected, and the agreement, that is, what is the delivery date, is it the materials we received before the delivery date what we mentioned in the agreement, and or is it after, even that it is finding, that is to implement the proper system to the systematic manner. So it is allowing the easier global integration, currency exchange rates, languages we are using it. Then it is updating to implement the company for in the discipline manner, and it is provides the real time information, and it is a duplication avoids it is, that is called the redundancy errors, and the authorization level. The number of modules are there we are using in the SAP, the number of departments are there in the company, means we can use the separate authorization, the security levels, the controlling levels we can generate into the for the SAP. When we start the software, if the administrator is there, or the director is there, managers are there, assistant managers are there, stock department heads are there, who is operators are there, receptionists, many of the people are working. So for each employee, they'll be having their own authorized password we are creating for them. So it helps to save, to give the security for their data which they are processing in the system, in the software. So it is a growth of business, and it is a controlling mechanism into the softwares. So it is used to export or import the data from the external source, means from the other companies, from the other external source, means from the other softwares also we can import it, and we can generate as a SAP data. This is an advantage. Then what are the disadvantages of SAP ERP? So for companies where these small scale industries are there, so there it is not working functionally properly, because here the many models are there, and those many models it is not used, means it is not we are using into the company, because the to take the hiring, because when we are purchasing the software, what we are investing the money for the software, if the less number of the departments are there, units are there, and the number of employees are lesser one, then it is not too useful for the company. And it is the manageability for the vendor, for the to contract can hold a company to vendor until it expires, that is will be having the data capacity what we are using it, and the vendors, the databases which the vendors are there for the SAP, and that is it is for the more than the we have the like lakh together transactions when we do 1,000 together, if it is there, then we can go with the our the softwares which with the free also, no need to be invest on that softwares. Then it is a unprofitable for the company if we invest for the software and we don't have that much transactions into the company, the employees are not that much, departments are not there, but we are installed that we are using the software. So it is because of the vendors, because of the software, the price is more, but we don't have that much earning into the company, earning is there for the company, so it is a disadvantage. And the vendor packages may not fit a company business, that is the customization is more expensive, then the return investment may lose also, that is for the profit, and implementation have a risk of the project failure, because the companies which we have, the customers are there, clients are there, and they are not affordable to be send you the reports into the SAP software, then or into their softwares also we are importing it, but the transactions, the number of employees, the departments, or the profit of the company, if we see that, then no need to go with the ERP software, SAP ERP software. So what are the SAP services? What are the SAP services where we can use this? In the consulting services we can use, that is for the planning, for the implementation and optimization services we can use for the SAP. Second one is financing for SAP solutions. This is very important service of the SAP. It is providing the companies for the uh, predictable financing options that cover the entire cost of the SAP solution. Means just we can, the departments are there, like a finance department is there, then the HR department is there, human resource department is there, and the sales department is there, purchase department is there. So the we want to budget, we want to be plan it. That is for the in the marketing department we are appointed the 10 of the sales executives, and for those 10 sales executives we are giving the sales should be that is 1 lakh for the month. Then how much traveling expenses we should give, and what all the packing, that is the products which they want to be marketed. So what is the prices we have fixed for those products, what all the packing and forwarding charges are there for that, and the advertisement thing. So those all we can find out, we can give the solution with the our this financing. And then business process outsourcing, it is supporting for the outsourcing, that is BPO, that is to setting up the services to generate the sustainable business value. BPO means that is business process outsourcing. The company, we can give the outsourcing for the other companies, and we can get the work done by the other companies, and we can give it from the support from the our side. So that is called the outsourcing. Then hosting and application management, it is operating, managing, maintaining these app solutions for the organizations of any of the size, any of the our order is there, or the our the budget is there, for our other company plans are there, so that we can implement it very easily into the by using our software. So it is the maintenance and the support, it is providing the services for the planning, the consulting services, and the software maintenance and the support, both are linked here. Because when we are planning, when we are implementing, optimizing the services by the SAP means it gives the support by the software, that for the customization, for the maintenance, and the support by the company of the SAP. Next is custom development. It incorporates the SAP development strategies to deliver these solutions. When we are configuring the SAP software, it should meet the unique business goal. The SAP company, when we are purchasing that software, it should give the service as a customization, as a configuration, the settings, that is the maintenance of that software, and we'll be having the updation of that software, even that is a development. So that type it is providing by the SAP software, that is a service. So mainly the models are there in the SAP. What are the different models are there? I said that 1,000 together employees are there in the company means then we can go with the SAP software. So SAP is an ERP software which large organization use to manage their business. SAP has several models, each of which present a business process. Models are usually abbreviated for the business process they represent. There are 19 models. These models are highly integrated in real time, which means if information is shared between models, then the data is entered only once. In one model, one department, once entered, it is shares that information all the other departments, all the other models. So that is in the advantage, that is redundancy is reduced, that is duplication is avoided into the SAP software. So what are the different models in SAP? Finance and control, production planning, material management, sales distribution, human resources. We'll go one by one. So how it is integrated, see. So in the previous, here see, in the different models I gave you finance and control, production planning, material management, sales and distribution, human resource. How these are integrated these all models with other models. So financial accounting. What is financial accounting? There mainly that is accounts payable, general ledger, accounts receivable. If the general ledgers are there, general ledger is there means then we can go with the payables and the account receivables. When we are purchasing any of the item or the products from the other companies, the general ledger is nothing but which of the customers from which of the companies we are purchasing those materials or the products, that is under the general ledger. And is it on the cash or credit, that will be under the general ledger. Then it displays the reports of the, this is accounts payable. So from how many companies we purchased and what is the credit amount to do the payment for them, that is in the accounts payable. Accounts receivable is there in the financial account. Receivable means when we sold the items or the any products to the other companies, even we are providing the services also, when we sold, receivable. So on cash, if it is sold also, the receivable, that is in the received amount, it will be there. And if it is in the sales registers, if it is there, then it shows the cash sales. And if it is on a credit sales is there, then it should display the list of companies which are we have done the sales, but we are not received any of the amount. Accounts receivable that it displays. So it is related to the sales register, then the receivables list. How it is controlling? Profit center accounting. See, it is related to the special purpose ledger, that is reconciliation ledger, custom ledger. Here it is a controlling is there. So the controlling, if the on when we are selling the goods or the products from our company on the credit, if the receivable report is there, then we can control over our customers. That is repeatedly we may go for, we are sending our reports like what is the credit amount is there for their company, and then we'll be sending our executives to get the payment of the our credit sales. Then profit center accounting it is. Then the cost center accounting. Cost center accounting is nothing but the accounting when we go with the department wise, marketing department or the sales department, purchase department, or the our salaries and all, that is for the employees department who is maintaining the accounts of all the employees or the executives. So those all will be with the cost center accounting. So this is special purpose ledger means reconciliation ledger and custom ledger. Custom ledger is, so these are now in the purchase registers and in the payables, sales register, in the receivables, and in the cost center, the cost, the price which is placed, or the for the departments, how much share is there for the finance. So in the accounts department, for the purchase or the sales department, the company groups or the brands are there which we are selling to, from our company to another companies or the other our customers. So then it is a custom ledger, we can go with this one. We can create not as a separately, we can go with this custom ledgers also. Like this, it is integrated the finance model and controlling model with other models. So that is finance. What is there in the finance and controlling model then? Finance is general ledgers, account receivables, account payables, asset accounting, withholding tax. Control means cost elements. Here, general ledger, that is in the integration model I have shown you the account payable, general ledger, account receivable. So here asset accounting, withholding tax. Asset accounting means the investment, the capital amount is there, investment is there. So with that we go with that, we are comparing with our ledgers, account receivables and the payables. The control means that is a cost elements, cost center, profit center, internet orders, product costing. The orders which are there, that is by hand or by the like other companies, when they'll be sending you the like a purchase orders, and then the other companies are interested to work with your company, then how that company names and all will be creating it as a cost centers, the brands we are creating it as a cost centers. Then when we purchasing, for the example, the mouse, the electronic devices, if I take mouse, if I am purchasing for the 100 rupees and I am selling it for the 150 rupees, the purchase unit is different than the sales unit. So that we can create under the cost centers. Internet orders are there, that is through the online we are getting the orders. Then online orders means there we have the many of the franchises are there which are working under us from our company. Then for them, what is the share will be there when we selling the product of our company through the agents, through the other franchises. Then the product costing. Product costing means the individual, the value or the amount we should fix for the like the materials purchased, raw materials purchased when we are manufacturing in the manufacturing unit. that is how many of the machineries to manufacture that product, which of the machineries we are using it, how many workers are working on that, what is the electricity power we are using, how much time we have taken to develop that is a one product, and then the packing of that product, and then for the selling of that product, what is the advertisement we are done, and the sales executives, how much we are paying the commissions or the other expenses we give for them. So all together we have to be calculated, and then we can cost the product. So this is the control for the finance and controlling model. Next is, that is a controlling. How we can control it? Cost and profit center. Creating the various cost centers we can create. We can go for the internal orders and the closing into the this cost control, and defining the profit center. Even in the planning of the budget for the company, we can define this with the this controlling. Then creating profit center hierarchy, assigning this cost controlling, and the that is marketing, and the uh, production controlling we can do, marketing controlling we can do, and the cost controlling we can do. It is assigning that profit center means the controlling of the this cost controlling, marketing controlling, and product controlling. What is the next model? Sales and distribution. So we are taking the sales orders. If the sale, when the vendors or our customers are approaching for us, just we are sending our quotations to the our customers, and then what is the price we should place there, what all the discounts we can provide them, what are the other the expenses which are done for while manufacturing the product into the company, or when we are only if the trading is there, when we are purchasing the other products from the other companies. So what is there, how we can the purchase unit rate and the sales unit rates, how we can place it, and then the packing and the invoicing, how we can go with that invoicing of that one, how we can go to the transportation, which of the types we can go with the transportation, and how we can get, how we can deliver after delivery of those items or the products, how we can go for the receipts, that is a collection, that is sales and distribution. Next is material management. Material management means if we get the any sales orders are there in the company, many of the sales orders are there, that is from the same location, from the interlocation, or from the online orders are there, then requisition of the material for the our uh, means from the our purchase, means from where we are purchasing the material, no, that is we should give the order for them. And then when we is it directly are we giving the any orders? No, we are collecting the quotations from the our the vendors who is supporting, means who, from where we are purchasing the materials. When if the we are collecting the quotations, so just we are comparing that prices, the quality, the duration, the credit period, and the price, each and everything we are comparing with the number of quotations, and then we do the finalizing the to give the order for the purchase orders by the selection of the vendors. And then we go with the goods reception. Then once if the goods receipts are there, that is we are finding the quality, what we are given, how we are given the order, on what basis we are given the order, and is it the same material we received or not, that controlling we can do. And the accounts payable, then what is the credit period is there, then through that we can go with the payments for them. Then the inventory management, is it there in the stock, the materials which we are ordering, is it in the stock, how much is there in the stock, and how much we have to be go for the ordering, that is by the inventory management. Then the master raw materials, finishing goods. So the stock is not only for the raw materials, even we'll be having the finished goods are there, that is to go with the sales. So this is by the material management. Next is production planning, that is capacity planning, master production scheduling, requirements planning, and the shop floor. Capacity planning means what is the capacity of a company, how much order we can get. so the if in the manufacturing unit we have the machineries are there, how many machineries are there, how many workers are there, laborers are there, how much electricity capacity we can use it for the that one day to use those all the machineries to manufacture those products. Those all plans schedule we can do, and how much time we can allot for our workers to complete our order, to finish our goods, and that is to be sent to the shop or the godown or the stock, and then to go with the selling. So these planning we can do with the production planning. And it is also generating the material requisition slip for quantities to be sourced godown wise. Godown wise, we have the unit is there, example in Hubli, and we have the different areas are there in the Tarya industries, in the where Gokul industries. We have the one more industries there in the Dharwad. So there the number of godowns are there. So from which godown, that is the requisition, that is if the sales order is there for me for the Maharashtra, then I should find out is there in any of the godown that material is there. Then I should start with our manufacturing unit to be start the production. Then various production order is generated depending on the batch sizes and orders, allocation of the raw material, production consumables, packing, overheads allocation. Then orders is closing at the end of the period. What the period or the what the duration credit period they have given for us, like to be deliver the items or the our products. So that we have to be plan it, and then we start to be purchasing the raw materials or finding the stock into from the godowns, and then to start that work into the manufacturing units. Quality management. Once if we are purchased, manufactured the products, and we have to deliver those products. So before that, the execution, the planning is done, execution is done. Now the inspection part. Inspection means the quality, what is the quality we want to be use to develop that product, and which of the quality of the material we purchase. The same material, same quality of the material, are they sent from our vendors to the our company, are we received or not? And if the same quality is there, then how we manufacture that product, is it the quality is 100%? Then we can give the assurity for our vendors, that is for our customers, that is a 100% good quality of the product we manufactured. So that certifications also even we should send with our invoice copies. That is with the quality management. Even in that we should mention the material, raw material what we used. So and then what is the material, what is the material quality is there, and what is the your product quality is there. That certification even we should send it to the our customers when we are sending up, when we are dispatching, delivering the products to the other our customers. Next is human resource models. So this is the employment history, the information about the workers, laborers, all the head of the departments, and that is with their names and their date of joining, what is the education, and what is the experience, each and everything we should enter into the employment history. Then the payroll, what is the salary it is fixed for them, and how the increments are there, are they getting any extra income other than this one with the salary, and the other any other deductions are there, and how the salary is doing the payment, like a cash or the check, and is there any balances, any advance payments for the employees, from the company to the employees, or any loans are there. Those all it is maintaining in the payroll. Then the career management, that is to go with the number of employees, like 100 employees, 1,000 employees are there. So because of our work order or the situation of our company, like we are taken the order of the employees, how many employees are there, machineries are there, more than that we are taking the orders. Now we want to be success, like we want to be complete that project, then we can plan the employee to go with the employment of some more employees, some of workers or the laborers to our company to get the success. So this is the different models are there in our SAP software. So we'll go in detail this is the accounting model in the next class.